You're listening to Fast Facts, Ask the Expert with Katrina Sanders.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode. Today, we're diving into a subject that often gets overlooked but is absolutely essential for oral health: saliva. Now, I know what you're thinking. Saliva is just the stuff that collects in your mouth, but trust me, we all know that there's a lot more to it than that. Saliva is, in fact, a key player in the oral immune system, and during this episode, I'm going to share some cool and unique facts about saliva that will make you appreciate it on a whole new level. First, let's begin with a fun fact. Did you know that saliva is actually made up of more than 99% water? Which kind of sounds pretty basic, right? But that remaining less than 1% is really where the magic happens. That 1% is packed with things like proteins, enzymes, and even minerals like calcium and phosphate that are absolutely critical for tooth remineralization. These minerals help to keep our enamel strong and resist demineralization from acids that we know can lead to decay. In fact, saliva is one of our mouth's first lines of defense against decay and subsequent disease. Now, speaking of defense, let's talk about saliva's role in the oral immune system. Saliva is full of antimicrobial peptides and proteins like lysozyme and lactoferrin, which we know help to neutralize harmful bacteria and viruses in the mouth. It's essentially the body's built-in mouthwash, keeping the oral cavity in check and protecting it from infection. So, if you've ever wondered why the body produces more saliva when, say, you're sick or under stress, that's your immune system at work. Saliva also plays a huge role in protecting our soft tissue, like our gingiva and our buccal mucosa, from damage and subsequent inflammation. It provides lubrication, it hydrates, and it helps our body to heal faster after injury. So, it's kind of like an all-in-one protector, and I don't think we oftentimes give it enough credit. Let's talk a little bit about saliva's role and subsequent xerostomia or dry mouth. This is something we know we see a lot in our patients, particularly in those who don't produce enough calcium and phosphate in their saliva. So, without those essential minerals, saliva loses its ability to effectively remineralize teeth and neutralize acids, which is why recommending the right products to our xerostomia patients is so important. So, when you're working with xerostomia patients, it's crucial to ensure that the products that you recommend, like gels, rinses, pastes, will actually help attach those fluoride ions to the teeth. And this is where saliva plays a key role again. The saliva should contain calcium and phosphate in order to create a more favorable environment for fluoride to be able to bond to the enamel. But when that balance is off, fluoride doesn't have the same opportunity to integrate into that tooth structure. So, products that help to restore that balance, like calcium phosphate containing products, can work wonders for patients with dry mouth. Let's take a look at a few cooler facts about saliva. I love these. These just blow my mind. And really, I think this really changes the way that a lot of us think about this unsung hero in the oral cavity. So check this out. Saliva can neutralize up to 100 times its own weight in acid. So when the mouth is exposed to acids from food or beverages, saliva quickly steps in to neutralize those acids. It's kind of like having a built-in pH balancer right in the mouth. Saliva also has more than 1,000 different kinds of proteins in it. I mean, talk about variety. These proteins are involved in things like digestion, protection, and healing. Some of them even play a critical role in tissue regeneration, making it a potent healing agent for the mouth. Fun fact, your saliva also changes based on your emotions. Stress and anxiety can trigger an increase in saliva production, but interestingly, it also becomes thicker and more sticky under these conditions. Have you ever felt your mouth dry up before like a big presentation or something? That's your body reacting to stress, and it's a result of how your saliva composition will shift. And as a sommelier, it's important for me to share with you that saliva also helps with taste. Without saliva, you won't be able to taste your food as well. It's the medium that carries the taste molecules to our critical taste buds. So next time you're enjoying a delicious meal or a fabulous glass of wine, you can thank your saliva for helping you taste every sip. So we know that saliva is so much more than just the moisture in the mouth. It is a dynamic and powerful fluid that's constantly at work, protecting, healing, and even aiding in digestion. For our patients dealing with xerostomia or dry mouth, we need to focus on products that not only stimulate saliva, but also help replace those vital minerals like calcium and phosphate to ensure that fluoride is properly absorbed into the tooth structure. After all, saliva isn't just a passive player. We know it is an active protector for our oral health. So next time you think about saliva, remember it's not just spit. It's an essential multifunctional powerhouse that we know plays a huge role in maintaining oral health. Well, that's all for today's episode. I hope you found some of these facts to be as interesting as I did. Until next time, keep learning, stay curious, and don't forget to give your saliva some well-deserved credit. Please feel free to reach me on Instagram at The Dental Wine Genist or on my website, www.katrinasanders.com. Cheers.
Thank you for listening to Fast Facts Ask the Expert. If you have a topic you'd like one of our experts to answer, simply email me, Andrew at ataleoftoahygienist.com, and we will get it on the air as soon as possible. Thanks for listening.